Hey, what's up? Um, okay, so I made some changes off screen, uh, that hopefully, I know what it does, hold on. Alright, just resizing some stuff here. Yeah, that was about perfect. Nice. Alright, so, some changes. So, I ended up going through some documentation, some tutorials, and kind of just saw how other people do it. And I was kind of on the right track. I was kind of on the right track. In any case, so let's go through our methods here. And, no, this is trash. I don't need that. I was trying to do like some bull crap. I don't even know what I was thinking. I was not thinking, is what I was thinking. Of course, I'm doing all the boring stuff on screen and all the cool stuff off screen, but so it goes until I get more established in Godot and actually know what I'm doing. Yeah, see, I like this synthwave stuff over the like lo-fi. Like lo-fi stuff's too slow for me. Okay, so basically, I added a couple methods here. We're still utilizing move and slide, but someone offered a couple tricks. So I don't know why I'm trying to set up direction either. Okay, so we're really getting the rotation direction here. Some key mistakes that I remember from yesterday. As I was looking through Godot script, I would see like rotation, or like rotate lowercase, velocity lowercase, and so on and so forth. Those are properties of the node, and thus I can access them directly like I would transform in Unity. And so I kind of screwed up some of that. So in any case, we're just calling the rotate function directly here. I think I was calling like rotation before or something. And then, you know how I was whining about us just kind of continually going in a certain direction. I was hoping I could slide. Where do I actually? Here we go. Limit movement. And then we also have a limit length. So that, as far as I understand it, prevents it's kind of like an acceleration, right, from 0 to 60, or in our case 10 to 200. And so it kind of just allows for nicer movement where you kind of start slow and speed up, as far as I'm aware. I might be misunderstanding some of this. In any case, another key failure on my part is that I was setting velocity directly instead of adding to it. It should be additive. And when I was like, why are we setting the X position and not the Y? That was a good thought on my part. Turns out we do need to be setting that Y position. With limit movement, as I was talking about, this changes to a me cam, right? Yeah. So, our player character was just kind of like going infinitely in a direction if I were to hold down W. Now they kind of slide. So move and slide and slow down. I'll give an example of that. I don't know why it switched to me. That didn't help explain that at all. But in any case, we kind of limit their movement so they're not just infinitely sliding. We move towards vector 2,0 at a delta step of 3, which seems to be a decent value. And that's what this guy in this video was yapping about. In any case, I'm finding some issues between Godot 3 and 4 where a lot of the older tutorials out there. I'm not a big tutorial guy to begin with, but in the beginning, you know, it's always nice to see how other people do things. I've had to make some changes to the code to adapt to changes either from C# itself versus Godot script or from Godot 3 to 4. I think in this case it was more of a C# versus Godot script thing. This guy was changing the position by saying position X equals, you know, screen size X or whatever. In C# you cannot edit those properties directly. They're not variables, they're properties, right? So I have to reassign position to a new vector 2. And this is more or less out of bounds position. We don't want to stop them at the edge of the screen. We want them to loop back around. So the idea here is that we can set position based off their current position and the screen size. So, you know, if they're less than 0 on, let's say, the x-axis, then we want to set them to the positive x-axis on the opposite side. I'll show you how that works in just a sec. In any case, that's more or less the changes I've made, and let's hope I don't air out. I changed the code just slightly there. But yeah. Anyway, this has been fun to work on. I'm kind of like, well, I'm on my lunch break right now, and work has been fine. It's just like I'm dealing with a lot of this like iframe buffoonery, where I'm basically trying to record actions that a user takes on a given iframe within like a web page. But that iframe is, of course, an embedded iframe within that web page, and due to security protocol issues, I'm not able to inject JavaScript directly. And anyway, so I just spent an hour trying to figure out how to determine if a given node in a node tree is the child of either the main document window or a child of the iframe document window, or window document, whatever. And that turns out to be incredibly rough, because when you're inside of the iframe, you can't really access the main window. And when you're in the main window, you can't really access the inside of the iframe. So nor can you share state data between the two. So it's been a lot of crap, actually. I'm spending about a week or two on that problem alone. Anyway, whatever, video game. So you can see we spin around nice, and you can see that we kind of, you know, accelerate slowly at first, and then fast if we actually hold down these buttons, which is exactly the movement we want. Although I might increase that speed just a little bit. Let's, what about, 250? And then I'm just gonna be playing around with some of these, values. Oh, I know it's, yes. Moves the vector toward 2 by the... Okay, maybe that's just oh, no, that's the name of the variable. Okay, so moves it toward the vector 2 by the fixed delta amount. So, I don't know. I assume the lower the better, but I actually don't know. So, yeah, I guess it's a lot of feels. So, like I said, I never really played Asteroids. And so, part of this might be research into the game as well, like hopping on Wikipedia, looking at some YouTube videos. Man, this playlist is like not bad. I hope I'm not it's better all be free. That's what they said. Anyway, The 80s, huh? I'll never forgive Ronald Reagan. Okay. So maybe that's even still just a little slow. I think the guy in the video... What's funny is I was watching this video about 2-3 beers deep, and then drunkenly came in here and tried to like regurgitate it from memory. It turned out pretty well actually, but yeah, it's hard to record those videos because, you know, I'm not talking a whole lot. I don't really, I'm not in the frame of mind to yap like I am middle of the day sober. But I guess it depends on like how drunk I am and like my mood. Okay, that's actually not bad. Maybe a little fast. We'll have to see. Whoop. I wonder what different delta steps would do to that. If we can slow down just a little faster. I don't know if that's increasing or decreasing that delta amount. Might be increasing. I don't know. Nope, I think it's decreasing. That doesn't feel too bad. Nice, that's rad. Okay. Let's, everything should be saved. I thought I had an autosave extension. I was looking at some themes last night because, I got in here kind of drunk. And I was like, I don't like the look of all this blue. I'm more of a purple man. Yeah, autosave. Oh, well. Alright, whatever. So what does Asteroids the game entail? As far as I know, it's like what? It's like, ignore the clutter in the back. There's always clutter in the back. I do a lot of stuff. I don't have a lot of shelves, whatever. So Asteroids is about destroying asteroids with a spaceship, as far as I'm aware, and that means you basically, well, okay, I'm like swapping, trying to, yeah. So that means that we should have differing sized asteroids that, and we can just load those up as prefabs or scenes or whatever. Or, you know what, actually, oh, no. Okay, so in the Godot tutorial, I'm all over the place. In the Godot tutorial, you were able to spawn in different types of, enemies, but they're really all the same type of enemy. They're just, enemies with different animations and, like, different sprites. But they all have the same hitbox, or the same, like, collider. Whereas with asteroids, we want asteroids of differing shapes, and not just that. We want the asteroids to turn into smaller asteroids as the result of, like, hitting them, you know? So maybe our next goal is not the asteroids themselves, but being able to shoot projectiles from our spaceship. Because, like, asteroids gameplay. Because, like, oh yeah, here, I mean, here's a web version. Yeah, you see what I mean? as loud, huh? They have little sound effects, though. That's cool. Oh, yeah, see? And then the ship breaks apart. Should you... I like that they play a little flame. Whew. Yeah. I like that they play a little flame behind the spaceship. That's cool. But yeah, you basically... Wait. So, there's asteroids in the foreground, background, and like mid-ground. Whatever you want to call that. And so... Oh, I couldn't really move there. Okay, that's fine. So, I can hit all the little ones. Yeah, okay, so they're all hittable, which makes this almost more difficult. So, I'm thinking we could almost give the illusion of distance here by coloring these different asteroids different colors. And I like the little animations there. We can explore animations later where it like bursts apart. But for now. So maybe we can try that. Throw in a little animation when the ship accelerates, and then throw in a projectile. What time is it? I only have so much time. So I have an actual job to do. I'll probably pop back in and actually work on this tonight. I am going out for drinks. Because it's... I promise I don't drink that much. Maybe I do, but... Okay.
Where there was no cornfield, no memory.
Okay. So, this is a really rad playlist. I'm just saying that. Okay. Yeah, you know, so when I was doing all of this, in JavaScript, which I could have continued with, I just, honestly didn't want to dig into the, like, depth of everything. But, like, we would have had to... I was more or less on the right track, but I would have had to implement this rotated method here. And like all the other methods, but especially the rotated method. Which would have been incredibly difficult. I'll leave that to Tokyo, Spliff, and some of the other engine developers out there. And I might get back into that. I mean, I've dabbled, but I've always been more of the guy who likes to make things than make the things that make things, if you get what I mean. Like, I don't want to mine the ore to, like, mold a screw or whatever, or form a screw out of stainless steel. Like, I just give me a bag of screws and, like, you know, I don't want to go cut down the trees and develop the chainsaw to be able to do that. Just give me the lumber, you know? Whatever. I'm yapping. Okay, let's, let us... Let us create some projectiles. Okay, so here we're going to just add a node 2D and we'll get going there. Actually, I'm gonna pause this for a sec. I forgot to upload the video from yesterday, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. I guess I don't really care if you guys watch. I'm just gonna do it really quick. It's a boring video. Right. But of course, like, I just make this stuff because it's fun. I like to yap, and making videos helps me kind of like verbally process some of my thoughts. And it just so happens that, you know, some people like to watch that. Okay, so which video was it? Yeah, I think it was this one. Is this one? I was testing, I think. This video, I was legit just coding through everything. It was like a solid hour of me trying to make this work. Anyway, I think I'm going to upload this guy here. That's the guy, right? Howdy. Yeah, howdy. Alright. Oh, jeez. Oh yeah, I do some firearm stuff. Fine. Yeah, not heads up display. What were you doing? Attempt at player movement. Back in my day, there was just... Yeah, I've been around since YouTube was around, but I guess that's the case for a lot of people, so... Whatever. Okay. They have good internet speeds. Actually, I think this laptop's Wi-Fi card is pretty trash, so... Oh, it's just using all of it. Okay. But yeah, I get like almost a gig down, so that's kind of nice. Alright. I remember learning to program with like 5 megs down and like barely being able to download anything. Okay. Sorry for the sidetrack there. So we're going to name this Blaster. And then we need an asset, right? We need to like... Oh... I guess there's a couple ways to do this. First and foremost, like... first and foremost, like... I wonder if we can just... Do we need nodes? Is it expensive to create nodes for, like, every doodah? How far do the nodes travel? I guess I need to, asteroids. Yeah, let's go back to this guy. Let's, mute the tab. How far do these projectiles actually go? Oh. It's like they travel X distance, possibly on the other side of the screen. Like, look at that. And I'm able to shoot them from the bottom. I guess that's, like, fine. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna despawn if they hit the edge of the window, I guess. So, that's okay. So, let's see. I don't really care that everything's public. I work in Python, whatever. We, like, limit private with underscores, so, like, who cares? Okay. Ooh, no. Node 2D blaster. Okay, what is it? Get node. Oh no. Node 2D. Right? I don't know. I should probably look it up. Godot. Get node. Yeah, they named. That's like the name of it. Okay. Seems to be it. Okay. So we need an action. So Godot. See, I hate that it doesn't have a little symbol here. Oh. Oh. Yeah. I keep my sidetrack on everything. Okay, so what we need to do is come into the input map. Shoot blaster. I think after this I want to make a like little comfy cozy game. Maybe horizontal 2D instead of top down. I kind of just want to like make a few fairly easy-ish like 2D games before I try and tackle some of the more advanced features of Godot. What I would love to do is create kind of an old style 3D game, but all the assets are like 2D. And that's a lot of fun, and it's pretty easy. Like, you just take like the sprite faces and face it towards the camera as you rotate. So things are always facing you, and you're able to kind of... Anyway, it'd be fun to make like a 2D in 3D style game. Especially from like an isometric point of view. What am I thinking of? Maybe like, is it like Paper Mario? I think Paper Mario is like that. I never played Paper Mario. I had a Nintendo 64, but yeah, kind of like this, where you know you have like a 2D asset in a 3D space. I remember that not being very hard to do in Unity, so I hope it's not that difficult to do here either. Okay, let's go back to Godot. We'll do the spacebar. Ooh. And then we'll basically create a method like this. For the detection of the blaster. Oh no, the blaster should exist purely as a node. Like, sure. as like a node to instantiate things from. So I think we need a new seed. Yeah. I think this actually can just be, what, an area 2D? This music jams. How's that YouTube video going? It's going. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of fun. I like making these kind of videos because a majority of the videos that exist out there are all like tutorials, you know, which are helpful. But I like making just programming videos for the sake of programming, because I don't think a lot of people, especially newer folk, understand what it's like to just program and like stumble across stuff and find information and you know. We'll just name this Bullet. Alright, so we very much just need, like, I don't know. Like, how big is... Why am I even saving any of this code? I think. Godot. Yeah. Real asteroids, I think, is the one I'm in. Okay. Art. Yeah, so what is... Can I get the dimensions of this? $50 by $50? So maybe 10 by 10. And then I just want to fill this with white. Here. This playlist slaps. Alright. And now I want to export. There we go. Okay, cool. And then we need, what did the player have? Oh yeah, it had, an animated sprite 2D. Animated... I don't think I need an animated sprite, I just need a sprite. And then... Oh, that's how you add textures, that's cool. How do we do it? I always forget the, like... Oh yeah, we added it via sprite frames. Which is fine for the player, because I do actually want to animate the player's ship a little bit. And maybe redraw this really crappy spaceship I have. But I think that's the charm, is like programmer art. I don't know. Yeah, really we just need an image texture. Oh. I thought... How do you set that? Can I just load from here? There we go. Nice. That's exactly what we need. Okay. And then we also need a collider. Collider, colander, collision shape? Is that what they call it? Yeah, collision shape 2D. And then shape just needs to be... Sure. I forgot how all the trigger stuff worked. That was like probably the most like confusing bit of the Godot docs. Not really confusing, I just like got to a point where I just want to make it work. A reintroduction to that will be worthwhile. Okay, so you know, I'm like pretty much out of time. So I think I'm gonna cut it short here. And we can come back probably later tonight and wrap this up. So hopefully this was a more exciting video than previous. The last one, the one I just uploaded. Good God, that thing was, I bet that's a snore. All right. Well, thanks to the one person watching this, or whatever. And again, I don't really make it for you guys. I just like making stuff. So, see you next time.